Good morning, caffeinated clue chasers. Today we're diving into one of the most debated, twisted, and brain-melting lines in Justin Posey's poem. Her foot of 3 at 20 degrees, return her face to find the place. This line has sparked everything from light bulb moments to complete meltdowns. So let's see what the community thinks and maybe laugh a little while we're at it. First off, can we just admit, between Golden Greed's edited barefoot tattoo and Bride's foot of 3, Justin might secretly be a foot guy? Or maybe we are, since we can't stop staring at this line. Community humor aside, her foot seems to anchor a lot of personal, symbolic, and location-based theories. Somewhere out there, a searcher is trying to cast a protractor like it's a rodeo lasso, and another is asking if we need to look for an actual outhouse. Summer's outhouse to a Shakespearean sonnet, right? Others took foot of 3 literally into the cosmos. There's the theory about the world's largest array of space radio receivers, massive dishes with 3 120-degree angles, pointing about 20 degrees off true north. Signals a million years old? Carl Sagan would be proud. Jodie Foster narrating in the background. Somewhere, Bon Scott's ghost is screaming, "For those about to hunt, we salute you. But maybe we don't need NASA. Maybe we just need Vegas." In a deck of cards, kings and queens are his realm. Queens have 2 faces. The Queen of Spades looks the other way, and foot of 3 could be a poetic nod to the club suit. Alice in Wonderland, Queen of Hearts, crown references in the book, it's all sprinkled in. What if return her face is just telling us, find the right queen? The strongest Montana-based solve says foot of 3 is 3 forks, where the Jefferson, Madison, and Gallatin rivers converge into the Missouri. The bride could be Beaverhead Rock standing guard like an ancient sentinel. Draw a line 20 degrees and you hit Bear Gulch, Essler Lake, or other tucked-away valleys. It answers what lives in time, because rivers are time. They start as ice and snow, flow to the sea, and circle back again. Some searchers point to the old 3-foot narrow-gauge railway, banked around 20-degree bends along the Big Hole River. Others see a triangle in the drawing, foot of 3, as the base of a triangle at 20 degrees. Still others connect it to Trident Peak and Trident Meadows, where you can literally measure a 20-degree line from circle to meadow. And then there's the wild card, a community member who actually found a hidden film canister with a scroll and paw print stamp. For 30 seconds, they thought it was Justin's checkpoint. Nope, just a letterbox cache. Roller coaster ride, not a train ride. Here's the literary twist. In poetry, a foot is a unit of rhythm. A 3-foot word? Sentinel. And what does a sentinel do? Stand guard, just like the bride. Maybe it's less about landscapes and more about language. A cool technical find, the Montana Southern Railway, a 3-foot narrow gauge line that once ran between Divide and Coolidge. Around river bends, railroad tracks were sometimes banked at 20 degrees. Could foot of 3 at 20 degrees be literal engineering? In Polaris Rashi Wisdom area lies Trident Peak and Trident Meadows. At a certain line from a nearby Circle hilltop, it measures exactly 20 degrees. Add in Squaw Lake, which looks like a woman's face from one angle, and suddenly the bride connection grows stronger. One theory pulls in map folding mechanics. If you cut out Alaska's square from the map and fold in 3s, one of the folds hits at a 20-degree angle. Why is Alaska important? Maybe not Alaska itself, but the fact it's a perforated, foldable square. One hunter tied it into Justin's family, mom remarrying, becoming 3, dancing in the arena so gracefully it was like she had a protractor in her stirrups. Another imagined her foot of 3 as literally an outhouse, 3 feet away, 20 degrees to water. Hilarious line of the week. Shall I compare thee to a summer's outhouse? One boots-on-the-ground hunter found what they thought was it, a black object under a tree, revealed to be a film canister with a scroll inside. Excitement skyrocketed until it turned out to be an old letterbox cache. Roller coaster moment, but shows how real the thrill of BOTG gets. Some interpret 20 degrees as altitude in the sky, not azimuth. A bride star sitting 20 degrees up could confirm location. Another went hyper-technical. 3 feet equals 3 arc minutes. From Polaris Mine, that calculation lands you on Alturas #1 mountain, which just so happens to have double arcs of granite. Others point to Polaris triple star patterns or the Continental Divide Trail, the third leg of America's great through hikes. Others saw 3 and triple mountain peaks, like the cover of Fitzwater's book. Some noted a 4-legged sketch in Justin's art, maybe dust covering one leg. Mentions of Three Sisters Highway in Sentinel Park's Shop Mountains also tied into the bride stands guard phrasing. So what's the truth? A protractor hidden in mom's stirrups? An outhouse waypoint? NASA's billion-year signals? Or just 3 rivers in Montana? Maybe the real clue is this. The foot of 3 is where we trip over our own solves. And Justin? He's probably laughing, flipping cards with one hand, tuning AC/DC with the other, and leaving a footprint on all of us. Until next time, clue chasers, watch your step, especially your third foot. From cosmic radio waves to cowboy outhouses, from folded maps to folded queens, her foot of 3 has earned its place as one of the hardest and most fun lines in the poem. Maybe it's 3 forks, maybe it's Trident Meadows, maybe it's a folded map trick, or maybe it's just Justin having a laugh at our expense. Either way, the community is dancing with protractors, running into outhouses, and finding film canisters in the dirt. And that's what keeps the hunt alive. So next time you lace up your boots, grab your compass, and whisper, "Her foot of 3 to the trees," just remember, whether it's 3 feet, 3 forks, or 3 queens, we're all just a couple degrees off from madness.